Whew, I'm on a roll doing a bunch of these things. Ugh, pardon me, that was probably loud. It is Wednesday morning, 3:05 a.m. I believe it is the 6th. So, how do you be funny? Like, so, the Joe Rogan Cat Williams podcast just was released. And that podcast made me feel some type of way because it was pointed out in the podcast by Joe Rogan and Cat Williams that they are part of an elite class that gets to talk for a living. And there's not many people that can do that. Well, when you put the math like he said there's probably 500 comedians and there's 8.5 billion people on the planet. And there's 500 like elite like touring comics. And one of the things they said that the better they are at it, the easier it looks. And I sit here and I wonder, or maybe pompously think that, like, me and my boys have stimulating conversation all the time. We may not be having conversations with scientists or doctors or journalists or, you know, we just don't have access to the caliber of guests or people to talk to that Mr. Rogan does. But I could sit down and have a stimulating conversation with almost anybody. And so I kind of was like, I didn't like it when I heard that. And it makes me just want to do it even better and do it more. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody, but I don't see it's hard to say. And also, I'm criticizing myself an awful lot watching these things because I'm the only one there to watch. And dude, it is really friggin' hard to be funny and be thoughtful every day for, I know it's only 10, 13 minutes, 15 minutes, but by yourself. Like, that's difficult. It's not easy and have no gaps where you're just got dead air and you're not doing anything. Here I am whining, oh, it's not hard. It is. I don't think it's as hard as they say it is. I got a buddy, one of my, I got a buddy that I got another channel with, and me and him, we pull off a stimulating conversation all the time. What's hard is the grind. The grind is hard. Making a YouTube channel, grinding at it for 6 years, and then it taking off. That's what I think the hard part is. And I've only been doing this for, oh God, a month. Every drive home, I turn on the camera, I record my drive home, and I talk. I kind of monologue. And I like it. It's fun. I feel better when I'm done. And my stuff always tends to go into like my psyche and stuff, but and how my brain works and problems that I have, and that's not where I want to go with it. Like, it always steers that way. But like, if I had somebody else here, I'm going to try to. I'm not gonna say I'm Robin Williams-ish, but like, I definitely turn myself on, not to the level of energy that guy had, which was incredible. But I've been told a bunch throughout my life, like, oh dude, you're so funny, you're hilarious, you make great analogies, you should be a comedian, blah blah blah. And the more I watch people do it, the more I'm like, dude, you know what, I should. And if I don't, I'm going to hate myself for not trying. And I have a folder in my phone full of jokes. Not finished jokes, but like premises of jokes. I can't even remember them right now. And on top, I don't want to say, because what if they're good? But I don't know how to develop a joke. And so I want to start working on that. Dude, I think stand-up work is so cool. It's awesome. I went and saw Ari Spears, and there was not a minute where that dude wasn't hidden. He was so funny through his whole hour or hour and a half or whatever the hell it was. Dude, that guy was hilarious. Very polished. And even though I had heard his jokes before, watching him do those jokes was amazing. I'm trying to get comfortable with putting myself on camera and putting myself out there. And then also, I want to be able to have a line of thought and be able to quickly convey my thought process clearly and concisely. And if I don't ever try to exercise that, like in a very specific, almost show type of setting, I'll never develop that skill. And I don't know why I treat this like eventually a studio is going to fall in my lap. I don't know why I put it off and I didn't do anything for so long. But I have like a little podcast studio in my basement. I had a guy that wanted to do it with me. But the grind is hard, especially lining up with somebody else. My schedule is so hard for me to, like, I work nights from 4 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. I am not available Monday through Thursday. So how am I supposed to do this? This is the only way I could think of. And I wish I could have a co-pilot to bounce things off of and be funny with, but it's not in the cards. So I just do it myself. I think if you're going to get into this kind of stuff, talking points. What's really difficult is to do a show, like I'm beginning to notice, is there's a lot of footwork that needs to be done, and I'm discovering it the hard way. Just saying it looks easy. A conversation is easy. A monologue is hard. What do you talk about? Just what's going through your head? Current events would be pretty good. I fucking hate reading. And I don't retain shit. I don't. I'm a short bus riding, window licking bossy. And I can't read through a story once and have it. It doesn't happen. My brain does not compute. Like, I am just, dude, I'm not going to get it the first time. I'm not going to get it the second time. I'm not going to get it the fifth time. I've got to run through stories. Oh, fuck. Which isn't, it's really not good for somebody who wants to be a half-ass journalist. And who has no, I don't know why I kicked myself in the nuts constantly. I'm not a good college dude. I'm not a good student. I wasn't when I was younger. I want to grind away in a couple different avenues I want to be successful. I want to be successful at my job. I'm not willing to give that up. I want to do this. I'm not willing to give this up. I'd like to try my hand at comedy. I'm not willing to give that up. My whole life I used my friggin' body to make my living, and the closer I get to 40, the more I realize I don't want to do that anymore. Being 350 pounds of giant fatness, I wish I could make my living in a way that was more conducive to good health. This is going to sound so arrogant, but I'm funny. I know I'm funny. Just a half an hour ago, I had a coworker rubbing his eyeballs, belly laughing. Just being me. It's not funny the second time around. It feels forced and stupid, but maybe I should write that down in the joke. Imagine. No, I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to have to put it in my phone after this here episode. Fuck, I want to do it. Like, I've tried to redo jokes, and I have said things in the moment, and they're hilarious. And then my sister is kind of the king of this. She'll be like, that was hilarious. Let me pull up my phone. I want to record it. Do it again. And then the second time I do it, it loses so much. Like for Thanksgiving, we got, around Thanksgiving, we got it was at like Home Goods or something. There is a giant, it's a rooster, but it's almost like a gravy boat, or like you put milk in it. It's a container that like you can dump out, and it's a giant rooster. And so we put gravy in it, and like, right, I was the first one up with a plate, and I'm like, ooh, anybody want some gravy? Thick, heavy gravy for my huge white cock. And my sister's like, oh, that's hilarious. Let me do it again. Or let me record that. And then I did it again, and that wasn't funny. The first time I did it, I was like in a Captain Morgan. It felt forced. But like that, it was first time it was hilarious. Everybody in the room was laughing. I guess I need to make some comedian friends, so then you can really judge if you're funny or not. Because I guess it's easy to be a star athlete in high school when you're with a whole bunch of non-athletes. So I guess it's easy to be funny when I'm not around funny people. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I gotta go in the store and get energy drinks for tomorrow. Chase your dreams. Don't be a piece of shit for forever. Do it sooner rather than later. Adios. AMF. Adios, motherfucker.